Niece, my little niece is a huge Gaga fan, so it's like, do you know Lady Gaga? I said, well, I don't know her personally, but I'm sure I can get to her. So at the Brits, I had these 2 little autograph books, and my mission for the night was to get as many autographs as possible. And Gaga was the main prize, and it just so happened that Philip was there, and he goes, "Oh, I did her outfit. Come and meet her." And you know, she's a bit of a fan of me, so.
Well, I was going to say, surely she owes a massive debt to you in a lot of ways.
Well, I mean, I think she's doing it in her own way, but yeah, it's, you know. For me, with the whole Lady Gaga, I went to a gig as well, and for me, like, the best bit of the whole gig is when she just sits on the piano. To me, that was the best bit of the show, and I could watch a whole show like that. She was amazing.
Yeah, I have to admit, I wasn't a fan of hers. I found her a bit too try-hard or what have you, but when I saw her doing Brown Eyes on the piano, then I got it.
Yeah, I think for me, Speechless at the gig was just beautiful, and you know, the audience, she really had the audience in her hand. It was really, for me, the only time of the whole show that the audience were totally engaged with her as an artist, and yeah, I mean, she's got a great voice, and you don't necessarily hear that in the kind of more produced stuff. But yeah, I thought she was really good.
And do you think that she deserves her position as, you know, everyone's saying she's the most important pop star for our times at the moment?
They always say that about everyone, don't they? Bigger than the Beatles, that's the old cliche, isn't it? You know, sold more records than the Beatles in the first week. I mean, it's all, everything always gets played off against everything else, you know. I think that, you know, her timing was really good, you know. I think that, and I know that I think a few years ago she was stripping and, you know, struggling to get a deal. So I think she's worked hard, and I think she is talented. That's really the main thing, isn't it? Whether someone actually has some talent. And I think underneath all the kind of, you know, the drama, there is actually quite a talented artist.
And what was she like when you met her?
It was very brief. There was a lot of people in the room. It was all a bit chaotic, you know. I haven't been around that kind of circus in years, so it was quite sort of, oh my God. You know, I've been that woman. So, yeah, it was interesting to kind of be on the outside looking in. But yeah, she was very sweet, you know. She asked me to sign her vagina.
Did you?
No.
Did you not have a pen big enough?
I didn't have a pen, so I just did a hat instead.
Because did you see the new video that she's done with Beyonce?
Yeah.
I couldn't stop watching it on Friday.
Oh, really? I don't know about that video.
Really? What do you think then? You not like
I
it?
just thought it was like... I was just a bit confused by the end of it. I thought, what is this about?
Well, to me, I kind of thought maybe she'd watched Prisoner Cell Block H a long time ago. Or...
I mean, you know, there's some great looks in it. I mean, it's kind of, it's really just an exercise in camp, really. I actually tweeted, prison's exactly like this.
You wish.
It's kind of like some sort of lesbian fantasy or something, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I suppose it's this sort of tax dodge, isn't it?
Possibly.
Yeah, I didn't really get the video, but there's some great looks in it. I like the bit where she's got the kind of do not cross tape wrapped around herself, but
I like the lit cigarette sunglasses when she's having
didn't
the
really
snog.
get, but I think she's obviously having a ball, you know, with the sort of, you know, dressing up box, and you know, good for her.
And also about her sexuality as well, which is quite brave in a way, I think, because it's still not as accepted as it should be, is it? You know, she said she makes the joke about people saying she was a hermaphrodite.
Yeah.
You know, she said before that she could quite easily fall in love with a woman.
She's very pro-gay, and I think that's great. And at the gig, you know, she did make quite a few comments about gays, and it's nice to see that, particularly someone that's in the kind of, you know, mainstream, you know, got such a mainstream audience. You know, I think it's great. I mean, I like that.